What it was. Y'all know who it is. And you tuned in with Priceless Knowledge yourself. And I figured I'd put y'all down with a little more cosmic insight for the day. And say, man, it's still Thursday. And so we still off in this sun series. And this time, shit's gonna get a little critical and crucial. And what I mean by that is this gonna be a little something about those people that have the sun in Virgo in their natal chart. And before I even get to them, even though it gets on y'all nerves, you already know what I'm gonna have to do first. I'm gonna bring you a little bit about the sun in astrology, and I'll also give y'all a little information about the sign of Virgo in astrology. So with that being said, let's get it cracking. What's the sun? The sun is the planet of self. It rules the sign of Leo in the 5th house of the zodiac chart. And for me, when it comes to the sun, as it puts forth light, it also brings forth life. In astrology, your sun sign represents oneself, one's personality and ego, the spirit, and what it takes to make each one of us individually unique. It is our identity and really can speak to our creative ability and the power we possess to meet life's everyday challenges. One's natural father, mainly our male children, a lot of the major male influence in our life are represented by the sun. The sun's energy is forceful and people's core being is here. And it's through its will that we kind of learn to manifest ourselves in this world. The sun is majestic and it rules royalty and it even exudes it. It is also known to rule our well-being and our health. But like I said earlier, it's really more about your vitality. It's the sun that brings strength to all the other planets in your chart. And it plays a pivotal role in the big three that consists of the sun, the moon, and the rising. Whereas the rising is kind of how you appear. And the moon is who you are inside and your internalizations. You know, it's the sun sign that kind of puts it all together. It spends about a month in each sign. And when you're looking at your horoscope, it's the sun sign that it's referring to. And it's definitely masculine energy. So what is the sign of Virgo? Virgo is the 6th sign of the zodiac. It rules over the 6th house. It's ruled by Mercury and it lords over the digestive system. It's symbolized by the Virgin and its mantra is, I analyze. This is mutable earth, and when it comes to Virgo, this energy is focused on the details. The Virgin likes to be exact, and it's notorious for being extremely picky and critical. But the thing that Virgo really is, it's more about being of service, and that's to self and to others. And wherever it shows up in a chart, it really speaks to where we need to pay attention to the details in order to be the best in order to be of the best service to ourselves, which in turn will help us be in better service to everybody else. And mutable earth is also extremely hard-working energy that's tailor-made for helping out wherever it can. And, you know, the common traits that come along with it are industrious, methodical, routine, efficient, consistent, and the sense of duty that it bestows is the absolute, you know, is absolutely about the greater good and of ourselves and others, you know. And so it's about health too, most definitely. And so what about those people that have the sun in Virgo in their chart? Well, pardon me first. When I think about Virgos, you know, I picture a motherfucker that talks a lot of shit, but they also would do anything in their power to help you, you know, at the same time. And those born with their sun here, they're often motivated by an urge to find practical outlets for skills, talents, and abilities with an emphasis on being useful. And consequently, you know, they can be pretty humble and even self-effacing at times. The nature of Virgo is kind of the maturing process of Leo and a natural counterbalance for that type of hubris that comes along with Leo. And the creativity expressed through Leo, you know, it can be channeled and harvested into something useful through Virgo, if it's allowed to be. When it comes to them, you know, the urge to be of service is always paramount. And they're more driven by the need to be useful than by the need to be recognized. And I think that's what's up, you know. From this perspective, Virgos are especially concerned with the processes of discrimination and synthesis, and they kind of specialize in the integration of material resources so that they can be most effectively used. Pardon me. And Virgos are all about efficiency, practicality, and the pursuit of perfection. And this can be expressed on either physical or intellectual levels, both internally through the mind and externally through actually bringing results about. And as mutable earth, Virgo has the qualities of duality and dual strength, which is often the ability to blend logical analysis with, rational know-how and a sharp intellect and solid skills all at the same time, So that's beautiful. Now, while not all Virgos are always going to take the most practical path, I can say that, I promise that nearly all are always going to be solution-focused people. That's something that's real. They aren't usually thirsty for the spotlight either. They're more introverted motherfuckers who, they tend to do their best shit working from behind the scenes, lending quality control and, practical efficiency and detailed help to help achieve the most efficient and well-organized results that everybody's going to need. Speaking of which, as with any prominent Virgo placement, these people are extremely detail oriented, and their ability to focus on what is essential and necessary is one of their greatest strengths, man. And at the same time, getting stuck in those same details and being so motherfucking critical of both themselves and others to the point of getting stuck can also be their greatest weakness. So it's uncannily paradoxical. I could say that. And while not all Virgos display that tidiness externally, others are able to employ that discrimination and order on a more psychological level, if you know what I mean. This can be, this can become rigorous on, when it's about the mental pursuits or, when they're trying to find a healthy outlet for their body and their mind. So even if to outward experiences, you got to pardon me, they seem seem messy or chaotic in the way that their lives are, even the way that they are, you know what I'm saying? They know their goals and they know how they plan on achieving them. Like, they're going to have a way to be organized there some way on that level. Also, these are going to be typically some of the sharpest and most thorough minds that there are. Mercury's influence here, it often gives them an amazing capacity, for rational analysis and pragmatic discrimination. So that's definitely a blessing too, man. Their ability to break shit down, both literally and figuratively, is often pronounced. And they're that motherfucker that will roast your ass so viciously that you're either never going to want to come out again or you're going to whoop that ass on the spot, which will probably bring you no satisfaction either, because fucking with a Virgo, they still going to be talking shit. You know what I mean? That's what they do, man. And you're not going to break them from that. At the end of the day, Virgos are all about service, though. And you can count on them to be the friend to show up talking shit, but they gonna show up. And they gonna be down like 4 flats to the very end. So, that's paradoxical as well. The duality of mutable signs, it's crazy. They call it the mutable cross. And it's a mug, man. But my advice to y'all Virgos is to just shut the fuck up. Look, y'all really have a problem with this victim complex, man. It's always somebody else's fault. And, that shit is fucked up, because growth starts with accountability, man. And you can't never forget that. Virgos have a hard time holding their self accountable. They can be self-critical, but are you holding yourself accountable, Virgos? Because you need to, because blaming everybody else for everything bad that's happening to you, that ain't gonna always fly, man. At some point, you better point your finger at your mirror. Okay? But, hey, it don't matter where the fuck you got the sun at. It don't matter if you're a Virgo. It don't matter if you're a Cancer like me. It don't matter if you're a Leo, an Aquarius like my son, a Sagittarius like my sister. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter, man, because there's negative traits that come along with everything. And just because you build like that, it don't mean you have to build like that, man. You don't have to feed into the negativity. And don't. And don't be criticizing me either, Virgos. Don't break my shit down, because... Nah, I'm just playing. Look, man. If you're fooling with me, please like, share, and subscribe, man. If you're interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Sorry, man. I appreciate all the love and support. I'm going to keep it real because that's all I know how to do. There's been some priceless knowledge of self. You know what to do, man. Holla at you.